Welcome back to the Real Life of Joe. This is Joe. I do music reviews and talk shit in mics, and I got a couple people with me right now. So excuse me, fellas. Who y'all is, who y'all ain't, what y'all doing, who y'all do it for?
Hey, you already know it's Honcho, straight out of Mo County, MBG, Long Way to Grove, man. Head Huncho. We working, we coming next. Let's get it.
Yeah, my name is New. Yeah, that's New on IG. I produce, I songwrite, I do all that. Mo County.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Drip. Follow me at DRXP33_33. Movie director, film director. Also be helping out with music a little I can, and showing love, man. I'm Washington D.C., uptown Northwest. For the city, but I gotta show my cousins, the Mo County love. It's all gang, all love.
How'd you guys meet? How'd y'all get together? How does Go group started?
Migos. Nah. I mean, that's my brother. That's my cousin.
Family business. I like that.
I keep it in the family.
So, what's the story behind Head Huncho? What does that mean?
Head Huncho is inspired by my brother Drip right here. I'm gonna keep it 100. We was at Frostburg. He came out with the Drip. It's like.
I went to Frostburg?
Yeah, 2019. We was at Frostburg. He came out with the Drip. Like you can see, like he from DC. Like nigga, they get flat over there. Like nigga, we get flat too, but like. It's DC type shit. Like he came up with that Drip on his Instagram or whatever. He was just going by Drip. He was like, I'm gonna tell everybody call me Drip. So I was like, oh, that's tough. But I was just sitting down one day on the lawn at like Frostburg. I was like, Head Huncho just came to my mind. I was like, Head Huncho. But I was like, at the time, I was like, Head Huncho, I gotta live up to that. So it's something I started where people was like, oh, who's Head Huncho? Because it was something new. But now people starting to recognize, starting to see what's up. So I'm just trying to keep working for it.
Now, how do you get started in your artistic journey in the DMV area?
I started with him. We was in the neighborhood, like Norbeck, like him, Israel. They was going to the studio, like not in my neighborhood, but like we walked to the neighborhood across. Him and Mike was always rapping like outside the porch and all that. So that one day they went to the studio. I followed them with Israel, him, and they was rapping. I was just listening. I was like, I could see a way that they could improve and all that. On the way back, I asked them how to rap, and they told me. Ever since then, I just started working, and I found it as like a good outlet to express myself and things like that. And I just really started taking it serious. So ever since then, I just been focused on my music and improving. But growing up, music was never anything that like I thought I would be doing. I was always playing basketball. I was always hooping. So yeah, life will push you in a direction you don't really expect. So I'm just happy to be in the position I'm in right now and just trying to keep going up for real.
All right. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I had an interview with one of y'all friends, Sean, I think his name?
Shaq.
There you go. Yeah, Shaq. And he was telling me about Crazy Love. Well, we got the producers for that? Or
we were,
Let's talk. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Crazy Love. How did it come up? Tell me about the filming process. Like, what's up? How it happened?
I'm passing the mic to my bro.
All I'm gonna say is, man, God is good. I feel like in the world that we live in, sometimes you're gonna have your ups and downs, and you do things a certain way, but it doesn't come out the way you first started. So Crazy Love kind of also first came about because shout out to this man right here. Is we had finished shooting a short film called Only Minorities on YouTube. It was cool. Did a couple of views. That was like our first time doing a short film. And, shout out to him. He's really the one that got me into filmmaking because, like he said, everything started at Frostburg. But when I got to Hudson, when we went to different schools, I always wanted to be a film director, but I had no way of starting until he was like, hey, let's start shooting music videos. And I went from there and started doing short film. But fast forward, Crazy Love, we got into it because I wanted to do a short film. Obviously, domestic violence towards women is not something new. But my whole motto is what's gonna make my story different. Even talking about hood things in that nature. My whole demeanor and things was like, okay, yes, this is gonna be a film based about a girl that was abused, and yes, it's about her dating a guy, that come from the streets and things of that nature. But like, what was gonna make my storyline different? So at first, I wanted to do a short film. And then I told him, he was like, let's do a feature film. I said, bro, I'm not ready for it. He was like, basically saying, I'm not asking, I'm telling you. So I kind of really didn't have a choice. So I went back. When we first started shooting it, I originally wanted to shoot it with his sister to write the script, but some things happened, so we found some other writers. Didn't work out as planned. Came back to his sister. His sister and another woman that we met, and me, we kind of started writing a script, and it kind of really just went from there. So that's why I just say that just never give up, because like I said, we was having ups and downs with the actors and actors. So fun fact, we also lost the main actors at a time and point. I had a recast. He was always pushing me. It was a lot going on behind the scenes, and we just kept pushing. So I think that was something that I was grateful about, and that's really just how it came about. I just wanted to shoot a short film, but he pushed me to make it a feature film. And now because of him and things of that nature, we have won some awards. He has won Best Editor of the Month before. I've won Best Director from a couple of festivals. Now we got it on Apple TV now, Roku TV, Google Play, Tubi, and things of that nature, and we still trying to work on more things. So I definitely always appreciate him, and shout out to all the actors and actresses and everybody in the extras, and that's how we do it. So the main thing I'm gonna say is, no matter what you go through, never give up.
How long did it take you guys to film?
We went through a lot. For this film. We started he came up with the idea November 2020. We had just finished Only Minorities, so he started working on this next project, which was this. We had these three writers dropped.
Yeah.
We had ideas. We just working. At this point, we just working, trying to stack our bread, just doing what we can in the meantime, praying, staying up, and just praise the Lord. We was able to take that next step, get our first writer, which was actually my sister, and he just kept building from there and getting more writers. She ended up dropping, so then me and him had to start taking over some stuff. So this was 2021. Then we finally had everything we needed, the products, the equipment to shoot it. We started shooting, and around it had just hit fall 2021, November, October 2021. We was able to finish it just in time to show the premiere at the theater. And even showing it at the theater was there was some issues with that, because we had to get it on the drive. It's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes in the movie, especially as independent filmmakers. People will be looking at us and thinking it's easy, or be looking at us and oh, why is this happening? Why is it so slow? People don't realize it's 1-2. He'd be helping out Isaiah and maybe Jakayla, but really it's 1-2, and then Isaiah or other cameraman behind the scenes helping out. But there's so much that goes behind the scenes with this film, so we just happy and proud of not only ourselves, but everybody involved for sticking with it and holding us accountable, also praising us and being there for us throughout the process. But I'm gonna let him talk about it, to be honest.
He kind of hit all the points too. Like I said, shout out to Shaq too. Like you said, it definitely wasn't easy. Even at the time, like I said, I think for me, because this was a film based on women, things of that nature. So, I was definitely grateful it came out a good way. So that's why for me, just getting a woman writer to also help, bringing the vision alive, it was really good. I definitely appreciate it, because like you said, we was getting this money out of our 9-to-5 jobs, and we was trying to get salons and everything that we was renting. It wasn't cheap, but like he just said, just really just sticking to the plan, and no matter what, we just kept pushing through. And now look where it's got us. Obviously, we're gonna continue to build and become better, but sometimes you gotta start from somewhere. That's it.
And you do music too, right?
Man, I do music.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite genre of music to record?
I like hip hop. I like R&B. Those are my two favorites. That's what I'm focused on. I'm an artist, so I'm a rapper, but I'm an artist. I like rock. We trying to do everything, man. Me and New Huncho and New, we working, so.
Alright. If y'all music was a flavor, what type of flavor would it be?
Man.
Okay.
It'd be a blend of flavors. It have all types of spices in that joint. It's not just one particular. It's just not one particular flavor for real. I be producing for him, so I be trying to mix it up. I be trying to grab from all type of cultures, hip hop, Afro beats, since we are Nigerian. So I be trying to blend everything together. So it's just not one particular thing. I don't know what I would describe it as. I don't know what I describe it as. Maybe I don't know, but yeah.
Alright, bunch of different flavors in there.
All the good flavors.
All the good flavors. Okay.
All the good flavors that the ladies would want, but all the good flavors that men look up to and always wonder where we get our flavors from.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't be talking about nothing crazy. We try and keep it positive here as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How do you guys balance your time between are you guys still in school, or are you guys finished? Are you guys graduated already?
Yeah.
I mean, I just graduated, so
Congratulations.
thank you. Got free time.
So it's good that you said that, and that's why I said the grind don't stop. So fun fact, me, my cousin, which is his brother, we was out of school since 2019, and we just got back into school, and we working now. I'm working on my film stuff. He's working more on his music and film stuff. So that's just the goal that just never stops. So we are currently back in school. This is actually our second semester.
That's good. Congratulations. There's nothing wrong with that. I stopped and started so many times, so it doesn't matter. As long as you finish eventually, it doesn't matter.
Living that Bowie state that BSU love right now, that black and gold.
So y'all started at Frostburg and now you at Bowie?
Man, it's been a journey. Like, his journey has been different. We was together, so we was at Bowie. I mean, straight out of high school, I was an MC. He was at UDC, but I'm gonna let him tell a story. But we met like 2019 at our cousin's house, and that's when I realized that was my cousin. I knew his big brother, but I didn't know that was his little brother. Like, it was some situation. I didn't know that was my cousin for real. Like, it was one of them situations. Me and him just got mad close. Like, we started like with sports. Like, we was having similar issues in high school with our sports. We was like trying to come back with sports, like working out and all that. And he told me he was going to Frostburg. I wasn't even interested in going to Frostburg at the time, but I was like, let me go support my brother, make sure you're straight out there, because Frostburg out the way. So I slid with him out there. We just kept getting tight and tight. Of course, we had like our trials and tribulations or whatever. Like, learning somebody new. I had just met him, but like, that's really like fam. Like, that's gang, that's blood ties for real. So we just kept going from there, and then COVID happened. We dropped out. I transferred to Towson. I was taking online classes at Towson. Dropped out of Towson. He was going to school in New York, like doing his thing. I'm going to talk about it too, though. But then after that, we just started getting into this film stuff. We started with our first film, Only Minorities, and then we just kept going from there. So happy to be back in school for sure. Like, it's good to see like the ladies for real.
The ladies and the academics, man, everything. But honestly, just being back on that college life, just seeing the environment, and I know it sounds funny, but I was kind of happy because I missed taking class, and I feel like because I've been out of school for so long, I kind of missed that waking up, going to classes, seeing professors, things of that nature. But I'm just to piggyback what he said. Like he said, I went to UDC Community College. We went to Frostburg together. I had to leave because at that time I was living in DC, and the out of state stuff wasn't working too well in my favor. We was very upset because we really wanted to stay together, so we was trying to play school hopping, but things ain't working in nature. So I went to Hudson for a little bit, and he went to Towson. But that online, I did go to Hudson for a semester, but then that's when COVID hit. So COVID kind of messed up everything. Yeah. So people don't know, but New York was one of the first. I got the one of the first waves. So I was out there when COVID really first hit. And then I can never forget they was shutting everything down. I can never forget they made an announcement at school. They was like some COVID is coming to New York, and I didn't really know what COVID was. Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't know what COVID was. I was just like a regular person. Next you know, people started seeing side effects, and we was all just staying in our dorms, and next you know, they started like limiting jobs and things of that nature, and people was like, it was time for me to come back home because there wasn't any things going on for me, and I tried online, it didn't work, and then I just stopped, and like you said, we just got into the film and stuff, where we at now.
So what are your guys' questions for all of you? You can kill the mic, don't be scared, it's all right. Let's start with you. How do you describe your creative process when working on, for you, music?
I describe it as, honestly, I be taking inspiration from the songs I be listening to. For me, I'm like, I don't know. I like I said earlier, blending different cultures together. So like, I'm like a Pan-Africanist at heart, for real. And I shout out to my dad for that. But like, I want to just like bring all the cultures together, for real. So I be listening to hip hop, I be listening to Afro beats. I be like, yo, how can I blend this together to make a certain sound, or cater this to what we be doing? So I just be listening. I be like, all right, I like this song right here. I'm gonna take some elements from it, but I'm gonna do my own little spin on it, and that's honestly how I be creating, for real. Sometimes I be asking like, what type of vibes do you want? And he be like, yeah, I want something chill, I want something hype, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to go create that vibe for him.
Okay.
Yeah, my process has changed throughout the years. It really started with me just writing in a notebook. I'm like a type person writing on my phone now, writing on my phone, just studying. He was like my coach for, like, he's still my coach. Like, he's somebody I look up to. Like I said, I started rapping because of him, and like our brother Mike's not our blood brother, but like he like that's gang. Like that was our neighbor at Norbeck, so niggas like fighting and all that. Like them two was like close, like and I was just like big bro or whatever, just around the way. But like I really learned from them. I just study, go back to him. I started recording in the car, like on my phone with this app called Spire, showing it to him. At first my style was like very DMV. Like I was listening to people like Squeak, like Tony Nostra, like people from around the way, like Mo County or just like in the DMV area. So listening to them had like a very aggressive sound, but over the years I definitely softened it up and really found like my lane and what I'm really on. So it came to the point where I be punching in now too. I don't really be writing too much, but I still do write sometimes as well. So I'm still finding my sound, still working on my sound, and still like trying to perfect my process as well. So it's a lot. I'm just working.
What challenges have you guys faced in your career so far, and how did you overcome them?
Finding time. Especially with school, man. I was at my mom's house recording. Like I'm quiet. I'm not a loud type of person. I'm a private type of person. Like I could be doing something and you would never know, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But it's a good thing because I know what I'm doing. But recording in the house, getting called by my mom, having to do stuff in the house. We got African parents too. Come do the dishes. There's water on the floor. Like he knows. My mom picky, man. My mom picky too. So it's little things. Oh, you didn't do this, and then sometimes like she'll just want to talk to you, just like spaz on you, just to spaz on you, just to get something off her chest. So we just take it. We love her. We love you, mom.
Sure. What was the question again?
What challenges have you faced in your career so far, and how did you overcome them?
Man, like he said, time. I say funds really because
That's a good one.
I mean it costs a lot to do the top, do the best. So like you gotta have to shell out that money. It's hard when you go into school. Like when I was in school, like going to school, working, and trying to provide the funds.
4 loads too, like a whole 15 credits too?
Yeah. So I was doing all that, and I was like, man, I don't have time to pay for the stuff that I really want. But now now that I'm out of school, I'm trying to get to that. Trying to get to that for real.
I think for me, being a filmmaker and coming from the DMV, especially DC, I try to make sure that me as a director, that when people are watching my films, that I'm directing, and they're sharing my shots and everything, that's really telling a story, and not even just telling a story, that they're feeling my shots. And the main reason why I say that, coming from DC in a sense, everybody wants to be a filmmaker, but I feel like everybody's not getting out the quality, or if it is, it's not really like pushing. So even me, not to compare anybody, I just try to make sure that like I give out the best. And the way that I overcome it, shout out to John Singleton, may he rest in peace. That's my favorite director. And if you don't know who John Singleton is, he is the director of Boys in the Hood, the first black director to ever be nominated. Even though he didn't win, but he was the first to be nominated. He's also the creator of Snowfall. He's done Poetic Justice Things of Nature, so that's bad, and also Baby Boy. So that's actually who I look up to. To this day, I constantly continue to watch the same movies over and over and over and over, and that's how I continue to like see my shot list, because I just love how he tells a story. He tells a story through moving shots. So I just try to make sure that even though I tell my story through moving shots, that it just like it tells a different story, and I continue to push. And the way that I just keep going, I just keep studying, and I keep watching industry stuff, and I keep learning and seeing what they doing, and seeing how I can put it at the level that I'm at. Obviously, I know what they have. It comes with more money and process. But even if I don't have the money or the budget, I am still gonna continue to push myself. I'm still gonna try to give out the best shots. So that's just really what I do. I just keep on pushing. I just keep on studying, and I just go from there.
Now, if you guys could collaborate with any artists or actors or actresses, who would it be and why?
Man, shout out Benny the Butcher. Shout out the whole Griselda. I'm heavy on Benny the Butcher right now. My favorite artist growing up was Jay-Z, Meek, Rick Ross, T.I., but I'm so like, I want to meet Benny and just be like, yo, you really like that. You really like inspire me and push me to be like who I am right today as a rapper. Like I really learned to rap by listening to Benny the Butcher. I was like cool before, but I really listened, studied his cadences, his play on words, and that's one person I really want to work with. Also, I wrote it down on my list when I left Frostburg. I wanted to work with Light Show. I got a song out with Goo Glizzy right now. I mean, maybe Shy Glizzy in the future, but I'm happy with like where I'm going right now. Like Light Show, Benny the Butcher for sure. Like in the next upcoming for sure for me.
How about you? Who would you want to work with?
My favorite artist is Nas. So
okay.
I want to work with him. I get back into rapping just to work with him for real. Like that's my goat. You know, that's who I listen to. I be listening to Illmatic, all his albums for real. So to collab with him would be like, we just stand for real. Like he's probably the best rapper in my opinion, top one. So I would love to work with him. In terms of DMV, I don't really have anyone, to be honest. I don't really have anyone.
That's fair. Who you want to work with?
Well, like I said, my favorite director, he's not alive, but I would definitely have loved to work with him. I don't know. I just love John Singleton, like him as a black man. Like he just have no cut cards in a sense. Like one thing John Singleton said, forget what anybody said, fuck it, just go out there and do it. And I just love his motto. Like it was, I don't know, people knew, but in Snowfall, some people that he knew were just coming out of jail. He was putting them on their sets, having them work with them. Even some of his people that was from the hood, he was having them in scenes, whether it was extra or not. So that's kind of what I like to do too, give back to the people in the community as far as helping out. But as far as actors and actors, as of right now, gotta be Damien Idris, that one that played in Snowfall. I definitely love his acting. As far as, I mean, it's really so many, but I definitely do love Angela Bassett. She's an amazing actress. You know, if I was able to see her, I don't know what I would do. Definitely Denzel. You know, so good people. But honestly, it's a lot of people. It's really more people that I can't even think of. But people like that, and like I said, even more directors like Spike Lee, Christopher Nolan, things of that nature. But I would definitely, if I was to say one male, one female, probably be Angela Bassett and Denzel Washington / Damien Idris. I put those two in one.
That's a big ass budget.
Yeah, I know. I know. I probably won't be able to afford all of them, but I mean, hey, if I was able to, I would appreciate that.
What's the best advice you guys received in your career?
Best advice. You know, shout out to our uncle. You know, I call him OG, but he's actually a filmmaker. You know, he's done some big projects. You know, he's out there. That's really my mentor. And one thing I would say advice is about him. He always, apart from him telling me to push, he always try to make sure that what I'm doing tells a story. And the story you can envision and you like it, but also the audience can envision. I think sometimes with us as filmmakers, we just go out and shoot, and then we kind of look back and be like, what was the end? What was the beginning? Like we just went out there and shoot. But I feel like as a director, as a producer, it just looks lovely when you tell a story and that person will be like, hey, this happened in the beginning, this happened in the end. So I would definitely say one of the biggest advice that I've always said is just make sure you continue to work more on your storytelling, because storytelling really tells a big thing. And make sure that your shots tell a story, because people don't know each shot tells a story whether you like it or not. And that's it.
For me, this is what our father's favorite saying was, is failure is not an option. So like whenever you start something, you got to finish it. You can't fail. Like you got to put that work in to make sure that you're not going to fail. So that's something I take to heart, and I try to apply it to everything that I do. Failure is not an option, not at all.
Yeah, like you said, shoot, we going confused. We keep saying uncle, but this other uncle we was at his house, me and him. And he was like, "What y'all got? Like, what's y'all plan? Y'all got a plan B?" Looked at each other. We don't got no plan B. So like, it ties back to what he said. We going all out on everything we do. So we just pushing forward. We connecting with each other. We connecting with the fan. We connecting with whoever is willing to listen and teach us and mentor us and push us forward. So we just happy to be in the position we in.
It was this quote that I came up with back in high school when I was playing football, and I always go by it to this day. Is let people doubt be your motivation. Let your actions speak on your dedication.
I like that. Oh, I thought you had something to say. Yo, you was ready. All right. So what message do you hope to convey through your art?
Positive vibes. I got a performance coming up on September 7th about mental health. So my lineup is definitely focused on, creating a 360, like letting the woman know like you want it, like you beautiful, letting the men know like you're a leader, you're strong and independent, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, that goes for everybody. It goes for everything. Like that's both ways, but that's like the focus for everything. Mental health on September 7th. Shout out to Uplift Our Shift, Twin Valley Distilleries. If you're trying to pull up, we gonna be out there. I'm going first. I should be on around 8 o'clock. But besides that, what was the question again? I apologize. I started going.
It's okay. What message do you hope to convey through your art?
Oh yeah, positive vibes. Like I'm big on like prayer, all that. So I pray before I do anything. You know, anything you hear in my songs, it's like it's me. I might when I'm in the booth, I'm doing my creative process. I might say something, I might think something. If it don't fit me, I know it's not gonna push like the earth forward or push like the motive forward. I just take it out. So everything you hear from me is really me. It really came from me. It really came from my soul. So, and that's what I'm on. Pushing pushing positivity, pushing purpose.
Yes, sir. Similar to his, but I feel like mine's is unity. Going back to what I said earlier, just taking everything and trying to blend it in together. So that's really what I'm trying to do. Push unity, peace, like he said, and just have fun with it for real. Like, I feel like a lot of the music we're releasing, it's not really fun, or it's fun to certain groups, but like it's not fun to everyone. So I want it to be fun to everyone. So that that's what I'm trying to push for.
I mean, they kind of really just touched on all the points. Well, whether we know all this is a type of art, all this entertainment, music, filming, everything, it's all arts. And overall, I just feel like basically they said, just keep pushing, staying motivated, and that's really just about it. Not really too much to say, but just like let your art express itself. And I'm just gonna leave it as that.
So tell me about the song that we're about to listen to.
Song we're about to listen to, he produced. I was with somebody, and I don't know, the song just like matched the vibe with what I was like with type shit. So it's good energy, good vibes. And then he came with that to me. I was like asleep. I had class at like 9:30. He sent it to me at like 1 a.m. I stayed up till like 4 working on that joint. And yeah, I be putting my work. It'd be lots of balanced music in school, but sometimes it's just you in that vibe. You just gotta keep going, and just you gotta work. Like even through the film, we was doing borderline 24-hour days. When it came to crunch time, like when it's time to work, you just gotta work. You gotta push through. You gonna get your sleep eventually. You just gotta keep going. So that's like the process of that song. This song came about from my perspective.
Yeah, he asked me. He was like. He was listening to Afro beats, some African songs, and he was like, "Yo, I need some like Afrobeat song, but like on a chill type vibe." And I was like, "All right, let me see what I can do. Like, I don't want it to be too deep like African, but I want it to have African elements and American elements." So, I cooked something together. I sent it to him. He was like, "Yo, this joint's fire." That joint, I mean, you'll see. But yeah, that's how that song came about for real.
Okay, let's give it a whirl. Did you send it to me? All right, and we're back. We are about to tune into Head Huncho and his song, Let's Get Closer. That's 5 points.
Let's go.
I think that's just a number that's in his. That's not part of the song, right?
Nah.
5. All right. I'm a little bit slow, y'all already know. Anyway, we want to listen to Let's Get Closer by Head Huncho.
I need all the big booty cows in the front. I need a place right behind them.
right. That's the Let's Get Closer. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
I like that. That beat. You said you produced this beat.
Unreleased.
That was good. That was really good.
Appreciate
It
you.
was very different.
Thank
but
you.
still like, I don't know, mellow and chill.
Yeah,
Are you gonna put this in the film? Cause I saw the which say a picture tell a story. I saw something with this song. You wanna put this in the film?
I mean, right now we're not doing film, but you know, when that time comes, we definitely do plan to do a music video. You know, of course, you know, I'll be the one directing it. When that time comes, we all definitely gonna try to put this in formation. So yes, it will be our music video because we like to tell my stories. It actually is gonna be a movie. That's how we tell our story. We tell stories to be a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't wait. Definitely excited. You know, of course, we're gonna have dance. We're not gonna tell you too much. I just hope you guys are gonna be ready because this one you guys ain't gonna want to miss.
Yeah. That was a really good song.
Yeah, shout out to Primo Rice. He from the area. He from like PG, I think. He had this one song. You know, we listen to Go-Go. We got Go-Go in like from the area. And he did this one song that kind of started like it was like a beat, like a hip hop beat, but he kind of added go-go elements to it. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind. And just listen to Go-Go. If you kind of hear like I was kind of like shouting out a little bit, like oh yeah, like that's how they do be in the Go-Go. And like I said, you can't really hear, but I was like they can't stay with us. They're gonna have to stand with us in the Go-Go now because they don't be shouting out Mo County in the Go-Go at all. Like they might be like Tacoma or like, you know, like some other spots, but they not really like shouting out Mo County. They shouting out like, you know, a little bit of PG, but it's really like DC hood. So, and I kind of want to just like fake shout out Mo County, but that's really how it came out. I had like Go-Go in the back of my mind. I had what he did in the back of my mind, and I had like that energy I had from that one night in the bed, and like as like in the forefront. If that makes sense. So, and shout out to him. Like, and he said that joint.
That was really good song. That beat is just so unique. I really love that. I really like that beat. You guys said it wasn't finished yet though. What else are you guys gonna do to the song?
We working on the mix. That needs a mix, man. Shout out my uncle. Shoot, DJ Momo, what's up, man? I'm trying to work, man. Hey, man, come on. He engineering from the city too. He be working with like everybody. Like he work with Drake, Goo, Shad, 3. I'm talking about Glizzy, like all them Southeast niggas, like Situation, all them. So walk down all them. So he stamped Nightlife Studios. He stamped like in the city type shit as an engineer.
Where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 years in terms of your career?
I want my career to be in film and music, you know, entrepreneurial, whatever. I want to be in Nigeria. I want to be in Jamaica. I want to be everywhere. Like getting money wherever I go. Every step is cha-ching money, and it's not by like chasing. It's just by like sticking within your purpose. You know, with more money, more problems. I'm not worried about that because we not looking for problems. We doing great things with ourselves, with our money, with our spirit, and with more power brings more responsibilities. Like I'm trying to take care of my people. I'm trying to take care of the people around me, and money brings power. So, and we're just trying to stay focused, stay down, but go up, and be looking around for ways to looking around our surroundings and staying on point as well.
As a well-known producer, I ain't gotta be top yet because I'm still young, but if I could reach that level by that time, that's the goal. You know, I'm trying to blow him up with the beats. I'm trying to just, you know, go crazy with it for real. And you know, I want